Welcome back to the DCS SITREP. I'm your host once again, Prickly Hedgehog, and again, yes, we are talking about DCS World, which is the premier combat flight simulator for the home PC right now, and exciting news this week about another map coming to the DCS environment. Yes, just in case you were sick of new maps, well, we have another one, and it's worth paying attention to. It's from OnReTech, and it is announced as the DCS Balkans map. And this is going to allow, according to the team, recreation of NATO operations over former Yugoslavia in the period of 1991 to 2001. So we've got a 10-year period of operations there, give or take. So it's going to be a good one, I think, and reminds me of Falcon 4 Allied Force, which I thoroughly enjoyed back in the early 2000s. And here we are 20 odd years later with a more up-to-date version of this, which, if anything is to go by the Sinai map from OnReTech, this will be a good one. So, according to the team, again, you can fly either as Serbian or NATO Air Force pilots over this varied and historically important theater. The map will feature picturesque coastlines and numerous islands of the Adriatic Sea. Additionally, dramatic mountain ranges included the Dinaric Alps, the Apennines, and the Dolomites, as well as deep forest valleys, rivers, lakes, forests, and fields. OnReTech is creating an impressively wide variety of landscapes across the Balkans and Italy. Yeah, very picturesque area, popular these days with a lot of tourism. So the urban centers are as diverse as the natural landscape, with the stunning city of Venice being recreated. We have the medieval town of Dubrovnik, the bustling ports of Trieste, Bari, and Rijeka, and the cities of Belgrade, Zagreb, and Podgorica, all included. Wide highways, rail lines connecting the big cities, and small villages and settlements will be dotted across the map as well. So they're currently working on important military airfields located in Italy, Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, North Macedonia, and Kosovo. This is going to include Aviano Air Base, an Italian Air Force base that is home to the US Air Force 31st Fighter Wing that flies the F-16C, as well as civilian airports such as Venice Marco Polo Airport, one of the largest in Italy, is also being modeled, among others. That's brought up some discussion about what some of you in the community would like to see or were surprised weren't in. Of course, this may be subject to change as well, so stay tuned as we get more information. Now, it's planned for a 2026 release, but we don't know when yet. In other words, which quarter. Check out the OnReTech forum thread for more information, and don't forget to give some feedback to the team about the map, because, as I said, I'm very much looking forward to it. Definitely shades of Falcon 4 Allied Force from me, and that was an area of flying that I really enjoyed in that game. So with the modern tech that we have now, this should be pretty spectacular. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now, moving on to other news, Current Hill Assets Pack, which has been a great introduction to the game. They're going to get a couple more assets plugged in here, starting with the Grisha-class corvette. Now, they say here that this is a corvette optimized for anti-submarine warfare and coastal defense operations. It's going to have the typical radar and missiles, a close-in weapons system, point defense gun, and a deck gun, so that'll keep you at bay if you're not careful. And moving on to a helicopter asset, something which would be really cool in game is a full fidelity module, and I know that ED is working on a helicopter in secret right now, according to WAGS. The actual helicopter hasn't been identified, but this one that we are going to get as an AI, unfortunately only AI, is the EC665 Tiger UHT. This is the German variant of the Eurocopter Tiger, and it is capable of conducting reconnaissance, close air support, and anti-armor operations with tactical finesse. So looking forward to having extra assets in the game, things that we do need as this game progresses and as we rumble towards, hopefully, some version of a dynamic campaign, which has been discussed in a recent interview with Wags and Deepak. Hoping to get to talk to Wags myself here. We'll see how things go, because I have questions of my own about all of these things. And yeah, the game is coming along. We still have a couple of assets in play here. Remember, in terms of introduction. The LA7 from Octopus G, and also the C-130J, which I'm hoping will be injected before the end of the year. According to the team from Aircraft Simulation Company, they are looking forward to releasing it in-game. Whether it comes this year, of course, is not entirely clear. I guess it depends on the testing process, which it's in now, and a lot of you said last week they were hoping it was further along, which is to be expected. It is a complicated aircraft, of course, in terms of its systems, and obviously has to be done right. We don't want it rushed, but fingers crossed we get some announcement soon about that. It is available for pre-order, remember. And the LA7, well, we've got several World War II aircraft in play here. We've already had the Corsair, which has been in development for a long, long time and was finally released this year to much applause. We have the LA7, as I've already indicated, by Octopus G. And then a lot of you were asking last week too about what's happening with the Hellcat, and that is also in development. That's an Eagle Dynamics product. We don't know where that's at specifically. It was revealed again, if you like, was showcased a little bit in the 2025 and beyond video. So there was an expectation that that would be implemented this year. Of course, with all of these things, the best laid plans of mice and men don't always come to fruition, and we can't have too many World War II modules tripping over each other in 1 year, because it's going to saturate the marketplace and limit the sales of the corresponding module. I think particularly the LA7 is not as well known, perhaps not as popular. Well, definitely I don't think it's going to be as popular as the Corsair or the Hellcat. So the chances of those two modules being released this year, I think, are very unlikely just from a sales and practical point of view. We may get the LA7. We shall see that. Remember, it was in testing or is in testing with Eagle Dynamics. So stay tuned, as usual, for more information when it comes to hand. And I mentioned before, if you haven't seen the Deep Hack interview with Wags, I'll post a link in the description below for you to check that out. That brings the wrap-up for this week to an end. Just a short one. Very excited about that map. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time on the DCS SITREP. If you're looking to join thousands of others who are enjoying the PC VR journey in flight simulation or racing simulation, then look no further than the Pimax Crystal Lite, which is their entry-level VR headset with some of the best visuals in the business. Right now, the Pimax team is offering a limited-time offer trade-in deal on your current headset so that you too can enjoy the clarity of glass-aspheric lenses providing ultra-sharp 2880 by 2880 resolution per eye. Not only that, but the team advised me recently that they have now expanded the trade-in option for the Crystal Super. This is the flagship headset supporting retina levels of clarity, and by taking advantage of this limited option trade-in deal, you'll get the Pimax DMAS headphones valued at $99 and prescription lenses powered by Hans VR up to $159.90. Now, the DMAS gift will officially end on September 14. However, all users who join the event during the campaign are guaranteed to get it. Don't forget to include Prickly Hedgehog 72 when submitting the upgrade form. This ensures you'll receive an extra gift. Now, with this trade-in deal and limited free shipping to the US, EU, UK, Australia, and Canada, it's never been easier to dive into the amazing experience that VR delivers thanks to Pimax. Check out the link in the description below for more information so that you can start your own immersive experience in VR with Pimax.